Trailblazer, it's Kelly. Welcome back to the Crooked Path Studios. What color are your emotions? Today we're going to build our personal visual language by exploring color and their connection to our emotions through emotional painting. Emotional painting means we don't have a plan. We're responding to our own emotions through color and brush strokes and how we put paint on a surface. For our check-in today, we're going to do square breathing, and we're going to actually draw that as we do it. So let me demonstrate and talk a little bit about what square breathing is first before we start drawing it. So square breathing means we're going to inhale for 4 counts, hold it for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, and then hold it for 4 counts before we start over again. So you are making a square with your breath. Now, I know many of us have lung issues that are associated with our chronic illness. So if your square breathing is for 2 counts, that is fine. That is where I started, and the square breathing actually helped me build some lung capacity. I have sarcoidosis in my lungs and mast cells, so a lot of times I am short for breath. So see if you can do 2, and that's great. And then maybe after a while, a month from now, you can do 3 and just see how that goes for you. So let's give it a practice before we pick up our pens. You ready? Here we go. In 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, in 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do that while we also draw the feeling of our breath. So you're going to need a pen and a sketchbook or just a piece of notebook paper or something like that that you have around. All right, ready to jump in? Okay, so take your pen and put it on your paper anywhere you want, and we're going to just have the pen follow our breath. So we're going to go in, and if your pen works, in 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, in 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, in 2, 3, 4. Keep having your pen follow your breath as you hold it and exhale, and as you inhale and hold and exhale and hold. And now that we have checked in and done some breathing, let's check in with some emotions. Continue your deep breaths and close your eyes and think about an emotion you had this week. Remember, emotions aren't good or bad, they are information. They are your body telling you to listen and pay attention. So as you do your square breathing, think about an emotion you had this week. And what color is that emotion? What color comes to mind? Or what color is this emotion telling you that it is? You don't need to name that emotion right now. Just focus on the feeling that you had. Are there other colors with this emotion? Don't judge it and don't second guess it. Just note the colors. What kind of movement or motion does this emotion have? Is it fast, slow? Does it flow, or does it have short stops and starts? Is it undulating? Just note those motions. Open your eyes and make some notes of the colors and movement and motion you saw in your mind. Don't write the name of the emotion down. Just write down what you saw in your mind. We are going to work for 15 minutes. I do recommend setting a timer. Start by choosing the main color you saw. Now make just one mark on your surface that represents that emotion and the movement that you saw. Add more brushstrokes and marks, thinking about the movement that you noted. Remember, we're not drawing a picture. We're moving our media across the paper in the motion that represents our emotion. Notice how the media responds when you press hard or light with the brush. Notice how you are moving your body. Are these big sweeping movements or small jabbing movements or something else? These small differences in pressure, speed, and pause are part of how a visual language forms. You don't have to memorize them. Just let yourself notice. Don't overthink it. If you find your thinking and planning brain taking over, then come back to noticing the movement and noticing the color and paint on the paper. We are responding to the marks and gestures we are making. So listen to what your body and emotions are telling you, not your head. Explore the media and some other tools. Can you smudge it? What kind of mark does a key card or a palette knife make? If you saw other colors, try adding those. Now add some white to the main color and continue moving the brush and adding paint where your intuition tells you to. Notice how it changes the color and the feeling it communicates. Making a color lighter is another way we register changes in feeling. Less intensity, more air, or sometimes numbness. There's no plan, just the movement and colors you noted. If at any point you feel stuck, you can always go back to one simple motion or one color. When you're ready, you might experiment by adding some Paynes Grey or a small amount of black to your main color and continue painting. Notice how it changes the color. Does it get a darker shade or does it turn a completely different color? What happens to the weight of this color now? Does this new color feel heavier, quieter, or something else? If you chose black as your main color, then what other dark color might represent your emotion? Green, indigo blue, brown? Stop when the timer goes off. Often the feelings wheel is already colored, but those colors may not match our personal language. So this feelings wheel is empty and you need to fill it in, or I invite you to fill it in with the colors from your emotional paintings. And you can do these paintings whenever you want to help yourself through some emotions, and then color in the feelings wheel. So for me, this particular emotional painting really fell into the dazzled, eager, energized category. So surprise, dazzled, eager, energized. What you want to do is think about the emotion that you had and start in the center. Figure out what's the basic emotion that you had, and then move out. So I had surprise, and is it confusion, amazed, startled, moved, or dazzled? And eager and energized was a little closer to what I felt. So I thought dazzled was the right one. So I'm gonna color this in with these lovely coral colors. With my colored pencils, these are just regular colored pencils. I don't actually have a coral color in this, so we're going to try and maybe, I don't know, approximate. Take a step back to look at your paintings. What do you notice about your experience making these paintings? How does the shift in light and dark values carry different emotions or levels of emotion? How did it feel to visualize an emotion? How did it feel to name that emotion beyond those basic emotions at the center of the feelings wheel? And most importantly, how do you want to respond to that emotion in your life? Let's do a checkout activity before we go. Emotional painting is just that, it's emotional. So find a comfortable seat and either close your eyes or find something to focus on in front of you and have a soft gaze. Identify 3 sounds that you can hear right now. And go ahead and name those. For me, I can hear the wind outside. I can hear the heat pump in my house running. And I can hear the cats outside the door wanting a snack. Then either open your eyes or look around the room where you're in and identify 3 colors that you can see. I can see a yellow, I can see a coral, and I can see a lot of white. And finally, what can you feel? What is touching your hands right now? And what does that feel like? Find 2 other things that you can hold that have a different feeling. Right now, I can feel the fabric on my pants. It's kind of soft. If I move my hands very slightly, I can feel the underpapers, which are actually getting very smooth and soft and worn, and then have a few scratchy places where I'm gonna guess some paint is. Yeah, that's where the paint is. And I invite you to post your emotional paintings in the chat. And remember, this is not a critique space because that's not what we do here. This is a space for us to build community and share our experiences. And I invite you to continue making emotional paintings whenever something comes up and filling in your feelings wheel with the colors that work for you so that you can begin to create your own personal visual language. Until next time, stay on your crooked path.